All righty, bombshell new documents tie together, apparently, Hillary Clinton and George Soros and Obamagate. So let's take a whack at it. Joining us now, Missouri Senator Mr. Eric Schmitt. Senator Schmitt, welcome, sir, as always. So as I understand it, FBI Director Kash Patel came up with this information from the Durham report or the Durham Annex and gave it over to Senator Grassley. Mr. Grassley put it out, declassified, and put it out. If you're up to speed on this story, maybe you could tell us what's in this thing. What should we be looking for?
Well, I think, and Larry, I know in this 24-hour news cycle we're in, where there's always a story and things are moving fast, it's easy for things to get lost. I do want to take a moment to set the stage for this, because I think this is explosive and the biggest scandal, at least in modern political history. Here's what happened. The Open Society Foundation, which is led by George Soros, they have an executive director, Leonard Bernardo. In these documents released today, Hillary notes that Hillary Clinton signed off on this Russiagate hoax and said that one of the ways essentially you can distract from the email problem she had was to say that this coordination with Russia would affect critical infrastructure. That's important because that's later used by Biden for his censorship enterprise down the road. But this whole thing was made up. You've got the Steele dossier. It was the predicate for Obama to spy on a presidential candidate, Donald Trump. And then after the election, through those fake FISA warrants and all that, when he got a briefing about that this was phony, there was no Russian interference, President Trump wasn't a ploy by Putin, they ignored it. They altered it, and they continue to use this as a way to help try to attempt to sideline a presidency. I mean, this is crazy. This makes Watergate, honestly, seem like a drop in the bucket of a huge scandal of all the intelligence agencies aimed at a presidential candidate, the president of the United States aimed at his political opponent, the chief rival, Hillary Clinton, doing it, George Soros in the mix. So this is a big deal, and I think you're going to continue to see more and more of this, and it should outrage the country, and actually people should be held accountable for this. People should actually be held accountable for this. You can't have a constitutional republic, a democracy, when the people in charge then weaponize to this extent their chief political rival. And then what did we see later on when he tries to come back? They tried to put him in jail for the rest of his life. Now we know why they were so determined to make sure President Trump wouldn't return, because they knew they were going to reveal all of this stuff, and we're now seeing it.
I know it's hard to know, but do you think that more documents are going to come out? We are going to learn more, not less, but more. I mean, I'm interested in this John Durham Annex stuff that came out. I mean, they're talking about burn bags and skiffs and so forth. Yeah. There's so much that we don't know, and so much that was never released, but also, Senator, so much that was, hidden. But they didn't hide it very well, because now it's coming out again. That's my question. More info? Are you expecting more?
Yeah, I am. And by the way, this is why Permanent Washington was so terrified that Kash Patel would get in, Pam Bondi get in, Tulsi Gabbard would get in, and they tried to discredit them. They tried to call them agents of a foreign state. It was all nonsense and it was a slur, but they knew exactly what's coming. They knew what the vulnerabilities were, and it's now being exposed. There is more to come, and there is a reckoning coming, and there should be. There's no place, Larry, for this in our country, and they did it in 2016. Then, of course, you had the Hunter Biden laptop nonsense in 2020. Then they tried to keep him from ever coming back, and now here we go again as they try to discredit this. But the proof is in the pudding now. We've got the actual documents, and I think there's a lot more to come.
Not having seen the documents, but I'm not exactly shocked. It sounds like Soros is in cahoots with Hillary Clinton and her operation. I'm not really shocked at that. Are you?
Oh, not at all. And the Democrats can no longer call this stuff conspiracy theory nonsense. I mean, all this stuff, the batting average on things that they called conspiracy theories that came out to be true is reaching Hall of Fame status now. So it's incredible.
We're going to go to court. I mean, some of these guys, you talk about accountability. Yep. We had Devin Nunes on last night, who was head of the Intelligence Committee in the House for a while. I mean, Brennan's got to be accountable. CIA and FBI, Comey's got to be held accountable. I know you can't go after President Obama, but I think the others have to be held accountable.
100%. There ought to be prosecutions here.
Yeah, prosecutions.
These folks thought they could get away with this and subvert the will of the American people. That simply cannot be tolerated. And now we're getting the evidence of exactly what they did. They tried to discredit anyone who came forward, and now it's all being declassified, and it should be.
Wow, absolutely incredible. Anyway, thank you, Senator Schmitt. We hope you'll come back and help us out with this story. Appreciate it very much, sir.
All right, Larry.